You ever see a politician stand up against the tide and wonder, is this courage or just clever PR? Don Bacon isn't your usual Republican. He's not out here throwing up flag emojis or fist-bumping billionaires while the economy quietly gasps for air. Nope, he's that rare species, the guy who actually reads the Constitution. And get this, he thinks Congress should, have a say in how stuff works. Wild, huh? While most of the GOP is out there spoon-feeding Trump's talking points, like it's Sunday brunch at Mar-a-Lago, Bacon's doing something strange. He's trying to pull back control of tariffs from a guy who thinks God's country is just a private jet runway with Bible verses stitched into the leather seats. But here's where it really starts cooking. Trump loyalists flooded the Sunday shows, and I mean flooded, spinning the economic meltdown like it was just a fashion faux pas. One ex-White House economist, get this, starts breaking down tariffs using an apple tree metaphor. No lie. By the end, we weren't sure if he was explaining global trade or writing the next Dr. Seuss book. And then, boom, he says tariffs don't actually hurt consumers. Why? Because the supplier just drops the price. Oh, sure, Kevin, and oil companies just donate their profits because they care. Meanwhile, Don Bacon, calm, collected, not buying any of it. He's calling out the mess, the corruption, even the classified leaks everyone else is treating like spilled coffee. Swept under the rug faster than your cousin's failed NFT startup. He didn't hold back, said what most of us were already thinking. If anyone else had done what that Signal group did, broadcasting top secret info like it was fantasy football trash talk, they'd be toast, fired, or worse, gone. And let's not pretend this is just about documents. Nah, Bacon's warning cuts deeper. He's talking about that slow, creeping rot, the kind that eats away at a country's backbone. While we're all too busy chasing the next scandal to even blink. So while the rest of the pack is dancing around economic collapse with metaphors, memes, and made-up math, Bacon, he's trying, quietly, stubbornly, to stitch the Constitution back together, one clause at a time. Now here's the twist. Is he the last thread holding it all together, or just another stitch in a suit that's already coming undone? That's for us to decide. You ever wonder how something as small as a sentence buried in a bill can quietly shift the power of an entire country? Well, while most folks are busy debating TikTok bans or freaking out over some celebrity divorce, House Republican leaders just pulled a move so slick it'd make a magician jealous. They slid in language right into a continuing resolution that blocks Congress from reversing tariff decisions on Mexico, Canada, and China. Think about that, a power grab hidden in plain sight. Now enter Don Bacon, not your usual camera-chasing politician. While others are busy rehearsing their outrage in front of mirrors, Bacon's laser-focused on clawing back what the Constitution originally handed Congress: control over tariffs. Yeah, wild idea, right? Letting the people's representatives actually represent the people? He's got backup, 7 Republicans in the Senate who, believe it or not, still read the rule book before flipping the board. But Bacon, he's no fool. He's not banking on some fairy tale vote tomorrow. This isn't a bedtime story with a surprise happy ending. Nope, this one's a slow burn, a creeping unease, because if the stock market keeps trembling or inflation spikes like a bad fever, suddenly that bill, it starts looking a lot more like life support than politics. And that's when it hits you. We handed over too much power to the executive branch. All for convenience, all for speed, and now we're choking on the consequences. You know what they say about hindsight. It's 2020. Unless you're too busy golfing. And that's where the hypocrisy kicks in. full throttle.